How else do we find speaking gig opportunities? Glad you asked. We also can get speaking opportunities and find the right contacts through LinkedIn, because most large organizations require their staff to list their current working place and their current job title. This is a stalker's dream. So all we do is we go into LinkedIn, and then this particular example, it's a demo I was doing the other day. Let's say I want to be a speaker at Suncorp Bank. So back in my old early days of speaking, I used to do a lot of speaker training for the Bank of Valletta. I used to live in Malta in the Mediterranean, and I did a lot of training for the Bank of Valletta in Malta. And I actually got that contract through LinkedIn by finding the head of training. How cool is that? So this works. All you have to do is go up into the search bar on LinkedIn. As you can see from the example on your slide, here I typed in the company that I would love to go and do some speaker training for. So this example, I typed in Suncorp Bank, and then I clicked on people. Then I chose the location for Gold Coast, so I could find local. I really recommend you start locally, save on the travel, just go around and get yourself known in your area, then get yourself known in your state, then in your country, and then all around the world, baby. Think to yourself, where do I want to go on holiday next year? And focus on, okay, I want to go to the Bahamas. Go and do this searching for Bahamas, conferences in the Bahamas. Get yourself there. Get a bunch of gigs to go on holiday on the business account. Oh, yeah. Now, what happens is when you've typed in the company you want to go and speak for, filtered it down to people and your chosen location, it literally says, the current manager of learning and customer experience and learning development. Oh my gosh. So when it comes to corporates, you generally, if you want to speak, need to talk to an EA, or you need to find head of training, head of workforce development, usually head of HR, head of workforce development. These are kinds of all of the roles in these larger organizations that are in charge of staff training and development. So they are usually your go-to starting point person for, hey, are you looking for any staff training in the following topics in the next 12 months? If so, pick me. So all you got to do is use LinkedIn. The information is there. How do I find Suncorp's email address convention? I now know from this that Kylie McKenzie is the head of training at Suncorp Bank. So now how do I get Kylie McKenzie's email address? Glad you asked that too. So I'm going to go to the Suncorp Bank's website, right? Suncorp Banking, let's press search, go to the Suncorp's website. I've downloaded my little email Hunter Chrome extension, and I'm going to just give it a little minute. There's my little Hunter Fox. Boom! Oh, look, email pattern is, look at the top there, first name dot last name at suncorpbank.com.au. And what was the head of training's name again? Oh, yeah, it was Kylie.McKenzie at suncorpbank.com.au. Woo! So I am going to find out if you've done anything naughty. All you got to do then is say to yourself in your allocated hour a week, or your staff member who you've allocated an hour or two a week, I would now like you to go and find the direct email address for the following companies. You're simply going to maybe download the list of the Australian Stock Exchange companies or the Fortune 500 companies, all publicly available. We'll list them all down for you, hundreds of them. So you're going to give them 10. So go and find the head of training, head of HR, head of workforce development for all of these companies. And where are they going to put the email addresses? In the Google sheet called what? Speaking opportunities. So this Google sheet of yours with first name, last name, email address, company name is now going to become this giant resource of contacts that you can reach out to. How often? quarterly at least with, hey, are you looking for any speakers for your upcoming staff training and development in the next 12 months? Just checking back in. Here's my speaker bio. Hope to hear from you soon. Me again. Yeah. So all you're doing now, let's take this back to how we automate this. In the olden days, we had to sit there and manually, I actually did have that example in there. We had to manually stick all of these contacts into an email, send the email, copy the email address, copy the email body, send the email, and sit there for hours. Who else had to do that in the old days? I used to spend hours doing this. So did poor Febby. So now all you do as part of your own 1 or 2 hours a week of doing this, or your VA's 1 or 2 hours a week of doing this, part of the SOP that I will give you is once you've found up to as many email addresses as you can, now go to Tekmatix, upload the Google Sheet into the contacts and add them to the speaking opportunities workflow. What the system will do is it will only update new contacts, making sure you press do not duplicate, do not create new contacts. It will ask you, do you want them to be duplicated or do you want them to just update your existing records? You're just going to say update the existing records. It will add all of the new contacts as new contacts. You're going to add them to the speaking opportunities workflow. It will also say to you when you upload them, when you upload this Google Sheet, it will say, do you want to add all of these people right now? Or do you want to drip them into this workflow? What are you going to pick? Drip them. So let's explain this. If your amazing VA or you yourself has now found, let's say you've got 100 new email addresses for potential speaking gigs, upcoming conferences, and a handful of corporates, right? You've got 100 contacts there. What warning did I give you yesterday if you have a high bounce rate? Yeah, you could lose your sending domain. So you're always going to say, when you upload your contacts and say, now please add them to a workflow, always press the please drip them button. There's a button that says drip them into this workflow. And then it will say, how many do you want to drip per how much time? I'm just checking that Emily is nodding at me, that I'm not going to go to jail. Thank you. At this same point, as you've uploaded the contacts, there is an option to do what's called email verification. This is where the system, Tekmatix, internally will actually check that the emails are correct, valid, and active. And any that are not, it will automatically put that email address on Do Not Disturb and not send to them, meaning it automatically reduces your likelihood of getting in the bucket. So this is another reason why you want to use Tekmatix. So as you say to the system, yes, please drip them into this workflow. How many shall we do? Let me tell you, I recommend no more than 10 per hour, max. So yes, it might take 10 days. Or no, it wouldn't be 10 days, but it'd be 2 days pretty much. It will take 2 days to put 100 people into that workflow, but that doesn't matter, does it? There's no urgency to this. By saying to the system, only add 10 people per hour into this workflow, you're massively reducing the likelihood of actually crossing over the line of getting a babaum on your email sending domain, even if, a bunch of them did hit a bounce rate. So all you're doing by dripping is you're just taking care of your sending domain and you're protecting it